Hey ladies, this is your girl Jessica with Miley Made Me Do It, and if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and click the subscribe button right now because I got time today. Alright, so I got another video, which of course I'm doing right now, but I got another pattern that is sponsored by Little Lizzie King. This is the Bali pattern, okay? Y'all been asking for this, so your girl had to produce it, okay? So look, like this is super cute. This is gonna be my first time making this, so if I mess up, y'all won't see it because y'all gonna do it right when y'all see this video. But if I mess up, then that's what I'm here for, okay? Okay, so let me tell you about this pattern, okay? Oh, excuse me, y'all. First of all, it's super cute. I'm gonna tell you what we got. We have the straps here. I've already went ahead and pressed my straps, okay? All I did was took it, fold the raw ends to the middle, boom, just like that. Put a lot of starch on that thing. Here's my front and front and lining bodice. Here are my flutter sleeves because I'm doing the flutter sleeve version. My back pieces. Make sure when you do your back pieces here, I've already, if you can see this, I've already like marked where my straps are supposed to go. So make sure you mark those straps, and also do not forget to print off your size chart, your cutting chart, okay? Here is my skirt pieces. I have two. I have the front and the back. The front part of the skirt is going to be shorter than the back, okay? So the measuring chart has those sizes, all right? And it's going to be like a 1/2 inch or so, you'll see, but taller than the other one. This right here is where you're going to do your casing for the back part of your dress, okay? I think I said that right. The front is going to be shorter than the back. Yes, boom, that's what I said. Alright, so make sure, and then make sure, another thing, y'all, make sure you got this measurement for these skirts on point. Okay, like it need to be on point because your skirt is going to be looking like all lopsided. My skirt was about to look lopsided until I said, I can't do this. Y'all, I'm not about to make myself making no dang on fool, so I'm going to make sure I got it, right. Alright, cool. Make sure you get your elastic, whatever size you need. Now, I probably need to tell you more about it. This pattern has different options. You have the, I'm doing the thick straps, okay? But you have a thin and a thick strap option. You also have the thin and thick strap option, well, with the bodice too, okay? With a thin bodice. So I'm doing the thick, being that I'm doing the thick straps, I'm doing the thick bodice, okay? You know what I'm saying? If you've seen your girl, she's super thick. Alright, so and another thing with your flutter sleeves here, I already went ahead and rolled hem mine, okay? Now what you're supposed to do is, if you're going to do the roll hem option, you're supposed to cut off a 1/2 inch from on the bottom of your flutter sleeves. Alright, I'm gonna tell you this, your girl didn't do that. I didn't do it because, you know what I'm saying, I like my flutter sleeves to be just so fluttery that she about to fly in the sky and come back down and fly back up there, okay? So I didn't do it, but if you have to, you know what I'm saying, do what's right by this pattern, you do that. You do what's best for you. Me, on the other hand, in school, I got in a lot of trouble because I ain't listen, but we ain't talk about that. We talk about so alright, anywho, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to skip the step of, telling you how to do the straps and the flutter sleeves and stuff like that, because just for the sake of the video. But I went ahead and did my straps and gathered my flutter sleeve. Girl, look at these. Don't they look like Dumbo? Like mine is about to fly to freaking Jupiter. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do one at a time. Put that over there. Alright, so grab your strap here and grab your flutter sleeve. And what I'm gonna do, I am going to put this flutter sleeve inside of here. Hold on, let me go this way. Alright, so I'm opening up my strap piece here, and I'm going to I'm just going to pin it on this edge, because this right here is pretty much just going to tell me, hey Jessica, you need to stop right here. Alright, pin it on both edges first, on both ends. Okay, so you remember when I said I mess up so you don't have to? Well, your girl messed up. Yeah, I put mine in there like a sandwich. This is what you're supposed to do. All right, and then I'm just gonna take my gathering stitch here and just pull it in so then it can fit inside of here. All right, so what we're gonna do is, before we top stitch, I just want to make sure that our flutter sleeve is just checking to see that our flutter sleeve is visible, like about a 1/2 inch here, okay, on the top of, you know, with our straps on both sides. Okay, so we're just making sure that it's visible. It's right here. Pull this in a little bit. So it'll come out. Alright, fix that. So just making sure. Alright, it's about a 1/2 inch that is visible, okay? Hold on, this right here look a little janky. Alright. So what we're going to do next is we're going to top stitch our straps onto our flutter sleeves to our top stitch our flutter sleeves to our straps using a 1/8 inch seam allowance, okay? And I'm gonna do that and I'll be back. All right, so I am going to put these babies to the side. I went ahead and I like pressed it, so that's the reason why it's like super flat, but pressed it. Gonna put this to the side. Okay, so now let's construct our bodice here. Grab your main bodice and grab your two main back pieces here, okay? And we're going to put these right sides together. But here, let's just make sure here, the pattern tells us that like a 1/2 inch should not be sewn, okay? So we're gonna, from a 1/2 inch from the bottom will not be sewn, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take, let me get my little marker here, and I'm just gonna mark it so I know on both sides that I do not need to go that far, okay? Yeah. So I'm gonna do that first. Also gonna do that for your lining, okay? So now let's pin. Alright, I'll stop there. Alright, so we're going to do this same step for our lining also, okay? And then I've also, if you can see, you probably can't, but I also like just put a pin here, but I did mark it, but since my fabric is dark, it doesn't show up really well. So I just put a pin in those two places where my straps are going to be, okay? So we're going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance, making sure we start. We're going to back stitch when we start and back stitch when we end here, okay? So we're going to start from here, there, and we're going to do that for our lining. So let's do that. Alright, so let's take this to our machine and we're going to sew our 1/2 inch seam allowance. And then we're going to, I'm also going to press open both of my side seams on my main and my lining bodice. And then I will be back. Okay, so we have our bodice, the side seam. Alright, so I had to like look over this in like a few times so then I can make sure I got this right when we're attaching this flutter sleeve. Okay, first off, I want you to make sure when you have your flutter sleeves, have them out like this. Okay, make sure that boom, they're gonna look just like that. All right. Okay, second thing is this. What I am going to do, I am going to put it here first, one of my flutter sleeves, put it here, and then we're going to pin or baste. All right, make sure it's in the center, and then we're going to take this other one here and we're going to, you see how, make sure you can see this. Okay, take this other sleeve here, and where that mark is that you have, make sure we put it there in a slant, okay? Alright. So then look, when we put it right sides together and stuff like that with the other stuff, it's going to flip out like that. At first, I had to put it together first because I was like, what the hell? But I got it. Alright. So, okay. So this is what it's going to look like that way. Now, let's do this other side. Pin it here in the center. We're going to baste it. And then just, like, since I got it so big, we're going to swing it over there like that. Boom. Okay. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like. So let's baste those babies on. So then they won't be moving all over the place. Okay. And then I will be back. Okay, y'all. So I got the sleeves, the flutter sleeves on. And I'm going to just pin my sleeves in here so I won't get them all jacked up, since, you know, these are, I'm going to call these Dumbo sleeves. Alright. Alright, so this is how we're going to attach our, put our lining on. I'm going to start on one side because, baby, it's a little tight. So, y'all have to just bear with me. Alright. My sleeves out the way. Maybe I just pin them to the bodice or something like that. Alright, so grab your lining. We're going to put it right sides together. Okay, so I'm going to go right here at my shoulder seam. And I'm going to pin. This is going to be a little tight, okay? Just telling y'all now. Let's go down here on the side and pin. Here. This is under the arm. Pin. And over here, that's right here. That's not lining up, but over here. Pin. Okay. Now we're getting here. It's gonna be tight, so pin it. Alright. Now we're getting over here to the other part of the sleeve. Okay, and pin. Now we're going here. Going around. Down here towards the side where we're going to put our button. Pin. And now we're going under. Pin. And then we're going to get right here to that little part where we have that 1/2 inch opening. And we're going to pin right there, and we're going to sew that 1/2 inch seam allowance. So let's do the other side. I'm not going to speed this video up this time because, baby, yeah. So, okay, let's go around the neck this time. So I'm going around the neck. Okay, now getting over here to our shoulder seam. Let's hit it, and we're gonna pin. Oh, I didn't put my sleeves, fold my sleeves in here. All right, get that out the way. So I'm getting my sleeves out the way right now. All right, shoulder seams. Oh, shoot. Pin. Alright, now around the arms. And here to our other sleeve here. And just move it around. Just still keep going. Now we're getting to the other part of our sleeve. Sorry. Got strings everywhere. Now, there we go. Boom. We done got back matched up to our sleeves. Now let's get this part here for the back, where our button is going to be, or snaps, whatever you like. Keep it rolling over. Going down to the bottom. Now we back here at our little spot. Now I hope y'all saw that. I hope y'all you know, I did pretty good trying to show you how to do it. Trust me, I had to stop this video a few times. I was like, what? Oh, wait a minute, that wasn't right. Okay, so now, well, the picture on the tutorial look way better than mine, but that's pretty much how it's gonna look like. Okay, just not all flat out. So now we can start here at the bottom here and do like a 1/2 inch seam allowance to attach. Trim off 1/4 inch of our raw ends. Just do all that around there. Boom, boom, boom. I promise you, I hope this right here looks right one. I hope it's right when I get done. But we're going to see in a minute, won't we? Alright. Okay. So, do all of that 1/2 inch seam allowance. Trim off raw ends. And we're going to see what this thing look like in a minute. Okay, y'all. I have not trimmed off my raw ends yet. And this is, I haven't did it yet, but I'm going to. Now, okay, so I haven't trimmed it off yet because I'm going to turn it right side out and at least try to see what it looks like before I even do anything. Alright, so let's see what it looks like. Alright, if I took it out this way, now I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna go back and trim off the raw ends. What happened to it? What is this? Alright, that. Okay, move it out of here. Let me see. Oh, get that out. Alright. Okay, let's see. What it look like. I'm a little nervous, y'all.
I'm a little nervous, guys.
So I guess it does. It was right. I did it right. Okay. Okay, of course it probably doesn't look like anything right now, but I'm gonna have to go in and like and trim off my raw ends. So I'm gonna do that because look, y'all, it's right. It's right, y'all. It's right. All right. I'm gonna do that and I'll be back. Okay, ladies, so I have already attached my skirt pieces together. What I did here, I serged my raw ends, and I've sewn my skirt together using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Okay, but here the tutorial tells you that on the front part of your skirt piece here, and see, I have a 1/2 inch. All right, so this is my front piece here. Okay, remember, so what I did was I measured down from the top of my skirt piece here, my front skirt piece here, a 1/2 inch, and then I sewn here all the way down on both sides. Okay, so that's what I did, 1/2 inch, and I just knew that's where I needed to start my stitching. Back stitch, go all the way down. Okay, now what I'm going to do is the tutorial tells us, I've got my skirt turned here where the back skirt is showing. It's on top here, and what the tutorial tells us, we need to fold fold 1/4 inch and then fold again by a 1 inch. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold my just the back skirt only. Okay, so the back skirt only, I am going to fold 1/4 inch and then fold another inch, okay, down. I'm going to press that, and then I will sew. The front part of our skirt here will end up being a 1/2 inch longer, taller than our back after we make our casing. Okay, so you didn't do anything wrong there, that right there. So then we can attach our skirt, our front skirt, to our front bodice. All right, so I'm going to head over to the machine and make my casing and sew it to close it, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I have already went ahead and gathered my front and top stitch my casing, okay, leaving one end, leaving both of my casing part here open. All right, so then for inserting my elastic. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my bodice upside down, and I have my you would need to gather your front to match this, to match the width of the width of your bodice. Okay, so right sides together, I'm gonna put my bodice on top just like this. Okay, so right sides together, I'm just going to match up on both ends here. All right, so match this end here also, and then just make my bodice the width, make my my gathers the width of my bodice. Okay, okay, so let's pin. All right, making sure you don't touch the lining also. All right, I'm gonna pull my gathers here so they can end up straight. Okay, so now let's take this to our machine, and we're going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance here to attach, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I have already attached my front part of my skirt to the front of my bodice here. Now I am going to insert my elastic. So grab your pin here, your safety pin, and grab your elastic. And we're going to flip this baby over. We're going to start on one end. I'm going to start on this end here, right here. And I'm going to just thread my elastic through all the way to the other side. Okay, so I'm getting close here. So I'm not going to let that elastic go all the way through, but I'm going to stitch here, and then I'll thread it all the way around, and then when it comes out here, I'll stitch that in too. So I'm going to do that. And okay, ladies, so look, this is what I went ahead and did. I went ahead and inserted my elastic and closed my side seams up. All I have to do now is just put a snap on the back of here, or a button. It's whatever your choice is. So, but we are done. This is so cute. I just love it. So if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button and click the notification bell, so then you can get notified whenever I upload another video. And thank you for the water, Miley. And yeah, so this is super cute. Don't forget, this is the little lizard king, the Bali pattern. So go check that out. I will also put a discount code in the description box. Okay, so then you can get 20% off. Okay, the discount code will expire. It'll go on for a week. So then if you want to go ahead and like sew this with me, you can. So from Saturday until next Saturday, whatever that is, whenever this video posts, but I'll put that in the description box also. So thank you guys so much for sewing with me. This is super cute. Go check it out. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. And shout out to all my subscribers. See ya.